H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hick, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But I'm not in Houston. I'm on the West Coast. But I'm broadcasting all over the world, so it don't matter where I'm at. We're broadcasting all the world, but I'm still on this side of the equator. Uh, I'm trying to make sure I got everything shared when I come on the show, because you can't do it until you go live. So I think I've shared everything I need to share. Let me see. Let me make sure. Shared it. Shared it to my groups. Yes, just did it. What's up, y'all? Y'all, hey, all I can tell you, text, tag, tell somebody they need to get to this chop shop right now. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen. Hold up, I'm trying to find something. It's somebody might get something today. Somebody might get something today. Somebody might figure something out. Somebody might get it right today. Uh, I can't wait. What's up, y'all? Text tag. I'm telling you. Shout out to everybody. I see you. I see you. I see you, D. Holcomb. I see you, Simeon Sims. I see you, Tanya Kimber. I see you, Gary Carter. I see you, Daryl Anderson. I see you, Thaddeus Moody. Thaddeus Moody got a, what the hell has he got? He says, today Chicago lost a true legend in baseball community. Former Simeon baseball coach Larry Franklin passed away this morning in his home in New Orleans. Coach Franklin, the Chicago Public School all-time winners baseball coach and the fourth all-time winners coach in Illinois high school history. The Grambling State University graduate has sent many of his players to play in various colleges, especially HBCUs, MLB players, and father figures to many young black men in Chicago. Shout out, not shout out, rest in power, Mr. Simeon. Mr. Franklin, Simeon High School, Nick Anderson's high school, Benji's high school. Um, Thank you for that information, man. What's up, Brian Boatwright? What's up, Sterling Creeks? I'm telling y'all, man, I can't start the show yet. I can't. I'm just sorry. I got to, yeah, y'all got to give me. I got, because then people gonna be trying to come in and gonna be wanting to know what happened, man. It's just too much. It's too much. I'm looking for some still anyway, but let me look for my. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here, let me look. Let me see. Let's see. No. That's not it. Let's see. See, that might be it. But text somebody, tell somebody, tell somebody. Live from the fueling station, Kevin Allen. I told y'all about that fueling station over at TSU, right? That's where the kids come and get snacks to tide them over if they mix breakfast that morning. If you're practicing and you're working out or practicing, you miss breakfast. You know you still can go to the cafeteria, the lunchroom. But if you don't have time to go by there first, you can always fuel up at the fueling station. That's my favorite place on the campus because I get to see all the kids, all the student athletes. It's just all the student athletes. Don't get to see all the kids, but all the student athletes. If I post up at the fueling station, I love it. And Kevin Allen's on the screen. He'll tell you. I'll come over there and sit with him. And I don't really help, because he got it under control. But I sit there. If he need my help, then I would help. And I think I'd help him bring a couple of boxes up though. But shout out to, you know what? And speaking of TSU, speaking of them young girls, listen, something happened over there today. And I put it, and I didn't put it up on the screen. I can't believe that, Robert Hatter. I can't believe I didn't do it. I just can't believe it. But it's some things happened to the volleyball team, and I'm finna go. And in fact, I had this information and it just blacked out of my screen right quick. So I'm gonna go to TSU because I got to shout these young ladies out. TSU Athletics. Yeah. Here they are. Here we come. Here we come. Here we go. 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 Congratulations to our SWAC TSU Volleyball Weekly honorees, Kennedy Walker and Angelica Russian. Angelique Russian, grad student. Okay, wait a minute. She from Poland? She from Poland? Wow. And Poland, young Angelique, let me tell you what your homeboy Trump doing. He posing up with, trying to be friends with Putin. Putin want to take over Poland. Just in case you didn't know, Mr. Hatter gonna give you. He trying to take out. He ain't worried about y'all over here. They trying to take over Poland over there. If he get in office, Poland is taking over. I'm just telling you. So shout out to Angelique. I want you to Russian defensive player of the week and the setter of the week. Y'all ain't gonna lie. I watched volleyball, but I don't understand why that one girl got one different shirt on and all of them got the different shirts on. Somebody got to explain that to me. Not today, but one day. But what's my young lady now? Hold on. Kennedy Walker. Kennedy Walker, she the setter of the week. I think she the setter. I think the setter have on that shirt. But I think they got a game tonight. Somebody just text me. They got a match tonight. I love playing. Texas A&M Commerce versus TSU. The soccer. The soccer is 6:30 tonight. Okay. At TSU, the soccer. Man, y'all better be glad ain't it? I love the soccer team. I love TSU soccer team. They are the most delightful, some of the greatest young women. The volleyball too, but the soccer, and I just got the volleyball and soccer. Those are two of the, I mean, it just make you proud when we got young women like that on your campus. They're gonna be future leaders. I can't wait. Doug, Doug, I can't wait to talk to you after the show. Different shirts represent the setter. Okay, the setter. Okay, the setter got the different shirt on. But what if she don't get the ball? Why she got on the shirt? Can't somebody else set too? See, that's what I don't understand. How the hell you the setter, but you don't set it all the time? Cause what if they don't knock it to you? Y'all know. I just think about stuff and I question stuff. I'm just trying to learn. What's up, Alpha Yo? What's up, Register Rabbit? I see you up there. Oh, it's finna get crazy. No, you didn't do nothing, Doug. You didn't do nothing. I got you, Doug. Doug, I need your expertise. Gary Carter, I need your expertise. I'm gonna call y'all after the show. I just need your expertise. If y'all tell me something different, then I'm gonna listen to y'all a little bit. But I'm gonna go get some more opinions. But no, you ain't did nothing. I just need your opinion. But y'all, you know what? Y'all gotta understand. I was talking to all my friends yesterday. We was on the phone. Everybody was talking about their experience. We was just on the phone talking about their experience with Frankie Beverly. I told y'all a couple of things yesterday about being able, knowing people knowing him and the people that's close around him. His manager for a million years, Joe Douglas, great man. He was the guy that he did. If you ever went to that is Moody, if you own the feed, when he always did some in Birmingham, the Magic City. He was over a lot of that stuff. He did that every year. He kept inviting me down there, and I just didn't. He said, "Man, I got all." When they have the festivals and stuff like that, he the one did that. But it was unique. And somebody came on here yesterday. It was a woman, and she was gonna tell me about some Shannon Sharp. She said, "You'll hear about it." Y'all, I don't want to hear about that mess. Some about that mess is fishy to me. That's why I did not watch it, because I wasn't one of them. I remember Doug talking about 21,000 was waiting on. I was not one of them. Y'all ain't gonna, I'm just gonna tell y'all. Somebody texted me again. TSU football have a bye this weekend. We'll be back in action on 9/21 versus Lamar in Beaumont. So we got to ride out there. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for that information. Thank you. Texas Southern will be in Las Cruces, New Mexico this weekend for the volleyball. The volleyball going to leave going to Las Cruces to New Mexico. And stay in your rooms when you go to Mexico, New Mexico. Stay in your rooms. Don't go to no other campus and talk to no other stay in your rooms out there, volleyball team. Okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. PV plays Southern that same day on the Hill. Okay? Shout out to PV. Y'all know I love him. The Magic City client, the largest Frankie Beverly featured Mays a few times. Joe Douglas is Frankie Beverly, was Frankie, he passed away. He was Frankie Beverly's manager. He used to always get me to come. But y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, I ain't going to lie. I felt a little sentimental last night. And I got to share it with y'all because, you know, I just share stuff with y'all. One of my favorite songs. Now, I like all the Frankie Beverly songs. But one of my favorite songs is Silky Soul Singer. Because it's a tribute to one of my favorite singers, Marvin Gaye. In case you didn't know, Marvin Gaye discovered Frankie Beverly and Mays and had them come on his tour. And he wrote that song for his mentor, his friend, the guy who showed him how to do and showed him how to be a professional. So every time I hear that song, I think about Marvin Gaye. I think about Frankie Beverly. And both of them are going on the transition to be our ancestors now. And I was just thinking about it. I listened to the song last night. I can't play it on the air because it's a copywritten song. And I can't play it, but that song is just so cool. And you go find the video when Frankie was a little younger and he was singing it to him. He was singing from his heart. So I just, just some, if you ain't never did, find the video and check the video out. But y'all, I saw something. I saw something. It's crazy stuff going. Them MAGAs done went crazy. Them MAGAs done went crazy on Caitlin Clark. They went crazy on the bait. Y'all, them MAGAs done went, they call her, he said, I saw Frankie Beverly. Okay. But those MAGAs done messed around and messed with my girl. They go. ABC News journalist Lindsay Davis is a member of the AKA Sorority Incorporated. She should have recused herself from the match. But what's his name? Clarence Thomas is a Supreme Court judge residing on cases that got something to do with his wife being implicated in. And y'all didn't ask his big black ass to excuse me, young people, his big black behind to recuse himself. But Lindsay Davis, y'all have messed around and messed with the wrong one. Cause she's an AKA. She had to recuse. Excuse me. I also heard they both have Amazon Prime. They both got a membership to Amazon Prime. That she got to recuse herself for that? You MAGAs is going crazy out there, man. But again, shout out to my young girls, Kennedy Walker and Angelica Russin, TSU. One is a setter and one is a defensive specialist. They got honorees today. But you know what? I hope y'all got what I just said, because I know sometimes she a AKA. Doug, my frat brother. So he can't. Doug. Thank you, Jerry Harris. Jerry Harris, you like this shirt? Jerry Harris, what size you wear, Jerry Harris? You wear my size, you in. Now, if you wear them big ass size, I can't be. When I go ask these people for stuff, I got to ask for my size. They ain't finna send me Doug's size. They ain't finna send me Tanya Kimber's size. They ain't finna send me Kevin Freeman's size. They said, what my size? What's on record? Robert, and that ding. I asked for a double X or triple X. They gonna say, Rob, whoa. Now send us a picture of you. So let me know. But shout out to Asia Wilson, 956 points. Jerry, you in luck, but Jerry, you the man. Same size, Jerry. And y'all know what? I done lost some weight up here, man. Y'all, I'm trying, boy. Y'all better watch out when I get back. Saya, your boy is right up here. I got some muscles. So let me keep going. Asia Wilson scored 956 points, NBA record. That's the most points been scored by a player in the WNBA in one season. And she got a few games that left. She could be the first player ever. Well, to 1,000 points, and because it's a short, condensed season. Shout out to her. She is a bad girl. I love her. Man, have y'all ever watched her moves? Have anybody ever watch the way she got the step back she's so whop. I mean, she got a great feel for the game. Anybody, y'all watch that Crystal? Have y'all watched Asia Wilson in these moves? She got, she got it. I mean, she make me want to go back out there. And then shoot that little left hand jumper. Man, I like her. Hey, Crystal. Dennis Moose said footwork is awesome. I'm watching it. Man, I'm just sitting there last night and said, these people can't guard this lady. They can't guard this lady. But Crystal, these guys, Crystal, I got something for you today, baby. Crystal, you need to call all your friends, women, men, everybody. Y'all gonna learn something today. I'm gonna give y'all something today. I'm gonna give you something today. But these guys out here been online for months, digitally interrogating Kamala Harris, saying she doesn't have any plans and doesn't talk about policy. Right? But the Orange Man just got off live television the other night and blatantly said that he don't even have no plans yet. And Meek Mill and none of you podcasters out there, y'all ain't said nothing. I ain't heard nothing from Meek Mill. I ain't heard nothing from Charlamagne. I ain't heard nothing. Y'all ain't said a damn thing. And guess what? I'm so sick of you so-called undecided voters with your, I don't know enough about her. Let me tell you something. You know she didn't rape nobody. You know she ain't been convicted 34 times. You know she hasn't been indicted on 88 felony charges. You know she doesn't want to be a dictator. And you know she didn't incite an insurrection. I bet you know that. But you don't know so much but I bet you don't know that. And you also have a computer and a smartphone. And you're grown up. When you want to learn about do mass work or caravans of scary immigrants and eating pets, you know how to Google that stuff, y'all. Don't wait for others to spoon feed you information. Do your own research. Don't wait on Robert Hatter to give you. I know I've been doing it. Go to KamalaHarris.com. Read her website. It's easy. All them. Like somebody come on here yesterday talking about, it's a lot of women. And I'd be like, yeah, it's some ignorant ass black women out here and some ignorant ass black dudes out here talking about who they ain't gonna vote for. And ain't nobody gonna vote for your ass either, because you ain't running for nothing. All of you people who run in your mouth. Because if you ran for something, you'll understand what this means. But let me keep going. Stop looking for attention from journalists and pretending you need more information, all of you undecided people. Just admit, you got your head up your behind. And I didn't want to say behind, but out for your class about to start in a minute. Then I look around and I'm looking at September, man. September is kind of ghetto. The new Fat Man Scoop. I think passed away. The Super Bowl halftime announcement. Everybody mad and talking about Lil Wayne should be over. Rich Homie Quan, I like him. Oh, I like him. I didn't even know what the hell he was. I know his music. I didn't know what the hell it was. But and then that old Nicki Minaj had a little coke rant around there. Beyonce was snubbed by the CMA award. James Earl Jones, I didn't talk about him. My favorite dude in the world. Oh my God, Bingo Long, Claudine. That's my man, James Earl Jones, and I didn't talk about him the other day. The presidential debate, the man talking about eating dogs. Diddy sued again and again. Frankie Beverly passed away. Shannon Sharp. I don't know what he was doing on Instagram, but y'all, I saw some shorts last night. And something about this thing ain't adding up. Because they was too busy trying to say, well, people talking about, hey, they ain't saying you gay no more. I mean, you don't have to do. There's some gay dudes mess with women too. Shannon Sharp saying you hit. I thought that was the ignorantest stuff in the world last night, man. And him and that dude get on there and talk about. We'll talk about that later. I don't like that. I mean, over 100,000 people on live stream right after that going viral for hearing him have sex on Instagram accidentally, he said. We're going to talk about a little bit more about that because just something about that ain't right. When you try to convince somebody your sexual prowess, some ain't right. Some are right. Some ain't right. Some ain't right. Then now I think he got and they say he was reading off. He got a Viagra sponsorship. Rich Homie Quan. Yeah. I just said. I talked about Rich Homie Quan. I just said that. Malcolm, you behind. Malcolm, catch up. Malcolm, sometimes you get behind. But shout out to Memphis basketball. They will host North Carolina, and Memphis women's basketball will host men's basketball will host North Carolina, and the women's basketball will host South Carolina in the first ever Hoops for St. Jude tip-off classic preseason charity exhibition doubleheader benefiting the St. Jude's Hospital. Just go look up the St. Jude Hospital, and you know what they do for kids and their families. I think St. Jude is when your kid go to that hospital. I think they make sure the family's okay. They make sure the kid so they raising money for this. And what's so unique about this game, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if anybody else has done it, but I was looking at first thing I always do. Who are the coaches? Penny Hardaway, Hubert Davis, Don Staley, Alex Simmons. What all of those four coaches got in common? They was all in a position to say yes or no, and all of them said yes, and all of them happen to be African American. I just shout out to everyone involved on all sides, the schools and St. Jude's for making this happen, including those who may not currently be part of these organizations, who might have a hand in getting this heavy lift off the ground. Took a lot of work to get this done, y'all, plus a lot of more time. A lot of time to get to this spot. It's got a double header. Got one of the top teams of storied programs, North Carolina, playing against Memphis, right? Then the top women's basketball team playing against. They put this together. I can't wait. October the 15th, y'all. I got to head back that way. I got to head back that way because I got to go there. I got to before I come to Houston. I'm gonna stop there. The source mentions, yes, the source is mentioned to me. I don't know how true it is that UNC received 150,000 come, and that will be, they can be used that for the NIL purposes, and that money pays the players. Meanwhile, Memphis will earn an undisclosed amount. Also, it mentions that Memphis contacted other possible opponents, Doug, including Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. They all declined. Arizona accepted, but the event organizers, they opted for UNC instead. They hope to turn this event to an annual event. Shout out to them. Shout out to Penny. Shout out to them. Let's see how many people gonna tweet that and talk about that, since they want to talk about that other mess. Let's see about him talking about, yes, he was instrumental in making this happen. Let's see how many people gonna talk about that, y'all. Find out how many people tweet you and text you about that, and y'all come back and let me know. Y'all, I saw some, y'all. I saw some, and I got to share with y'all. We're gonna start right now. But them folks in Caitlin Clark's IG comments withdrawing support from her because she liked Taylor Swift's comment post endorsing Kamala Harris. Got to talk about this. Got to talk about this. Caitlin Clark Instagram comments are filled with angry people, and I'm going to show them to y'all, because she liked Taylor Swift post. The people turning on Caitlin Clark, it can't be fans, and they never were. They cheered for her because they hated Angel Reese and they thought Caitlin's political views aligned with them. I'm going to show you why. Let me play you. Let me give you one of them. Let me find one of them for you. Where them damn tweets at? Let's give you one. Let me make them big. Can y'all see that? Definitely should have stayed out of politics, Caitlin Clark. Love watching you, but now I refuse seeing you support Taylor Swift and Kamala Harris. What does this got to do with basketball? Y'all know something else going on. Hold up there. It didn't stop there. Was just starting to finally pay some attention to the WNBA because somebody was actually worth watching. And then you caved in. These people comment to this little girl. This young lady, this woman. Hold on. Why did you like Taylor Swift post about endorsing Kamala? Please don't get sucked into politics. Politics is about these people who don't understand what politics is. Taylor Swift is fully endorsing candidates that want to allow children to be surgically and chemically treated to change their bodies permanently. I'm putting it on the screen so y'all can see these damn fools. Without parental consent. Do your own research. These dumbass people telling her to do their own research. Think she's a phenomenal entertainer and talented otherwise. Y'all. This is a sick-ass world. This is a sick-ass world. Hold on, let me make it bigger so y'all can see. Y'all need to see me. Dang, supported you when you were all the liberal WNBA player. We're against you, but can't support someone that is voting for Kamala, whose policies will hurt the future generations' ability to own a house or get a high-paying job. All this girl did is like this woman's tweet. I guess a large portion of Caitlin Clark's diehard fans who have been singing her praises, and only her praises, are going to turn on her now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll respect her beliefs and will continue to give her their enthusiastic support. I guess we'll see. Yo, the people in this girl's mention attacking her for liking. Are y'all hearing me? Because ain't nobody saying nothing. They attacking this young lady for her liking Taylor Swift's post. A reminder of what so many of us have been saying all along. These people were never Clark fans. They only want to use her to attack black women, and I'm mad Caitlin Clark is beholden to their anti-blackness. Share the show, y'all. I ain't done. Did y'all know that? Wait a minute. Hold on. Is this mic still working? Mic check 1, 2, 3. Mic. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go over here. I got to see. Can anybody hear me? Because evidently, I don't think y'all hear me. I just don't think y'all hear me. Let me see myself. Let me see. Robert Hatter, can you hear me? Let me listen to myself. Hold on. Evidently, I don't think y'all hear me. I don't like the way I sound. Y'all, I've been, you know, I watch listen to a lot of podcasts, listen to a lot of people, just to gain knowledge, different kind of people. But I came across, man, this show called The Facility, and I can't stand that network is on. I don't believe in Rupert Murdoch because they already paid $787 million for a libel suit for lying. But this facility, I kind of like it. Jay Jackson, what's up, Jay? So if you have a chance, don't watch it on TV. Just go find it somewhere else and watch it. Because I don't want to give them no clicks. But the facility, them dudes know what the hell they talking about. What else I got? Oh! I was thinking about Frankie, right? I told y'all, start out the show with it. But here's an experiment that I've been debating with my friends for the last 24 hours. Simply, y'all help me now. Y'all get ready. I need some typers. Simply because of their popularity, touring schedule, and longevity. I said that more people have seen Frankie Beverly perform in person than any other artist. Now remember, I said their touring schedule, their longevity. I contend that more black people have seen Frankie Beverly. And some made some good arguments for me. They told me Robert Prince, Earth, Wind & Fire Robert, Charlie Wilson Robert, Beyonce Robert, The Temptations Robert, George Clinton Robert, The Roots. I don't know if somebody told me The Roots, but no. I ain't never seen The Roots. But all them other groups, I ain't never seen The Temptations when I was little. I might have, but baby. No, I ain't never seen The Temptations in person. They might have came to my mom's spot, I think. I don't know. I don't remember them. What y'all think? Y'all talk to me. Because I'm about to take y'all to Hollywood. I'm about to take y'all, and I want y'all finna understand just a little bit more about how I feel and how I feel about this show, how I feel about y'all, and my responsibility and how important y'all are. I'm gonna play something. Let's see. I know I got it. Y'all listen to this.
Auditioning. Thug number 1, thug number 2. For slaves.
Prostitute.
There's always the hustler.
Literate basketball players.
Mary had a little lamb.
The thug.
The only narrative that they understand of black life is drug addict, drug dealer, gang member.
I was the hottest black actor in the world after Boys in the Hood. There were people clamoring to work with this young sensation as long as he did the roles they wanted him to do, which were street kids.
I had been in this thing that is a masterpiece of American cinema, and nobody gave a shit. They really didn't give a fuck.
I auditioned for my first pimp part. My mother's all proud, you know, be the best pimp you can be. The whole church is praying for me.
Let's pray that Brother Robert gets the role of Silky Good Dick. The film is called Holes on the Stroll. It sounds like a musical.
And then that's when the filmmaker was born. I said, man, we can't let Hollywood tell our stories. We got to tell our own stories, dude. They'll make us do anything and everything, and these images travel around the world.
They have a perception of us that ultimately is false.
Y'all, we have to, Jay, tell our own stories. That's what I loved about this platform when Chris Walker first asked me to come. Because I had an opportunity to tell my own story. Not what these dudes say, because y'all got to understand, dude, listen, most people in Houston, especially in Houston, really just don't know me. They just know of me. So if you're getting your information from them, you're getting it from the wrong people. You better go back to Memphis. People know of you, but they don't know of you. Don't know. But the one reason we have to be able, on this platform, I allow everybody to tell their story. And it's people who we've allowed to come on this show and tell their story. Shit, they don't even speak to you no more. Yeah. But we have to have platforms like this to be able. That's why you have to be careful. You can't use your platform to talk about who you were screwing on Instagram. You following me? You can do it in 100,000 people, but I'm not going to do that. Y'all stand in line to see what he going to say about it. Man, I don't know where I'm going to go. Man, I got so much stuff to talk about today. Y'all, we got to have a different appetite. Of course, we're going to have fun. We're going to talk stuff. Had I read a passage where it said, a lying story is never, it's never, it's only told, it's known. It's all, absolutely. 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 See, Joe Madison, I keep talking about him because y'all got to understand. I mean, yes, I learned so much from him. But I remember he said the difference between a moment and a movement is sacrifice. We can have moments, but to make it a movement, you got to sacrifice something. This guy was living history. He was history, Joe Madison. He was the dean, the Black Eagle. He made transition. It was sobering to me when he did, and for some time, at some time it was expiring. because I got a chance to meet him. And I got a chance to listen to him every single day. I can't take that for granted. Y'all, don't take this for granted. Me and Jimmy just being able to do this every day. Something might happen when we can't. That's why I tell you to share the show. The way we keep Joe Madison alive is to continue to do the work. I picked up the baton. I can't come on here talking about foolish stuff because I picked up the baton from him. I listened to him on Urban View. I paid to listen to him. Y'all don't even pay. That's why I got so much out of it, because what? I paid for it. Stuff you get for free, you don't value. Just throw it away. He had a fundamental truth that we're all on this globe together. Grassroots basketball, we all in this together. We all have similar wants and desires in our lives. We want safe communities. We want our children to be educated. We want to be free. We want our rights. We got a guy in the 2020 Projects 2025 trying to take back the rights that we've been fought for. That was a clarion call for Joe Madison ever since I started listening to him. The man did radio through cancer. I'm on here doing a show with a boot on my foot when I could be laid up elevated. This man did radio for 52 hours to raise funds for a museum in Washington, D.C. At the museum we got there. The man went on a 72-day hunger strike so that we can vote, because they were playing around and wouldn't pass the Voting Rights Act. He went on a 72-day. He's an old man. I'm going to show up on this show every day, man, to do my very best. That's why I ask you. That's why I demand for y'all. That's why I talk about your comments. I don't talk about your comments to put you down. I'm talking about your comments. Man, I got to be sharp when I'm dealing with that dude. Then the next person, you're going to have to be sharp. It's all right to be sharp. Especially on these airwaves. Y'all got to realize, once I say it, it's gone. I can't take it back. People can take this, splice it, and send it to other people. Tell me, look at what he's talking about. You know why I come in here and I show up every day to do my very best? Because you deserve it. That's how much I think of y'all. I don't play around. I'm on time. I do everything. You deserve it. And that was the standard set by Joe Madison. He raised $250,000 during his Guinness Book of Records, a world record, 52 straight hours on radio, and only took bathroom breaks during the commercials. Non-stop, 52 hours to raise money so that we can have a museum in Washington, D.C. to call our own. And a lot of us ain't even been up there to see it. A hunger strike because it's outrage that we don't have a Voting Rights Act. Everyone should have rights to vote in this country. This man I just showed y'all the other day, that contrast, Trump telling people they don't have to vote for him no more. I didn't got it fixed. Well, you don't have to vote for them, you know. This is supposed to be the freest country, the best country in the world. But we playing basketball and watching basketball, and we're about fighting over summer basketball and fighting over who can take the picture, who can take this video, who can take. That's what we fighting over. Fight over it. But at least do something else too. I'm not just okay with not everyone having a right to vote. There are places in this country that people are getting gerrymandered. Look that up. Out of power. And y'all okay with that? It's just the map. All black people in this map, that's gonna make them strong. They'll cut the map in half so they won't be as strong. That's called gerrymandering. So Joe Madison put his body on the line, literally, y'all, to fight for things that we need. So I'm going to show up. And I hope y'all show up. That's all I ask you to do. Share the show. Tell your friends about the show. Because that's what his legacy looked like. That's how we keep him alive. I appreciate this audience. Every last one of y'all. Somebody called, text me yesterday. Robert, you got on me by my comment. Yes. 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 I done told y'all. If I don't say nothing about your comment, that's when you need to be wary. I'm like the coach that get on you when I know you can do better. When I stop getting on you, you might need to look for you another school. See, I want to thank the family we've created on here. I got some people that's on this feed, that's in this feed. Man, these people are unbelievable. That is Moody's of the world. Sonia Billingsley, Minnie Collins. These people, all of y'all, I just know those names because these people, it's just a little different. A lot of us, y'all, are born into families. We don't have choices like this. But the family that you choose to be a part of, the family that you develop, y'all help the thing develop. Let me show you. Guys like Daryl Anderson. Hold up, let me see. He probably was first today. D. Holcomb, Simeon Sims, Daryl Anderson, Tanya Kimber. Them people pop up on the screen right when they make me keep going, because if they wasn't on the screen, y'all go to the beach. Gary Carter, that is Moody. I can call it. I'm just going down. Kevin Allen. Mark Edwards sent me a great email today. To Doug Jones. Y'all can't take this for granted. But you got to appreciate it. You got to value it. Because if you don't know the value of something, you'll be prone to abuse it. If you don't know the value of something, you'll be prone to let me tell you, ain't nothing wrong with drugs. Drugs help some people. But if you don't know the value, you don't know what and you go abuse them drugs, that's what happened when it's called abuse. The family that you develop, Kevin Freightmans of the world. Kevin Freightman, you know I had you. The Kevin Freightmans of the world. The family who sends me information back when he's visiting colleges with his daughter. The family that you develop, this family, those are the ones that that define you. Those are the ones that determine whether you are going to have support. Y'all, we've been going too long. We got to be so powerful. We got to be able to go say, wham, man, we're going to do this. All of us show up. Man, we're going to do this. All of us show up. Man, we're doing this. All of us show up. I shouldn't have to beg you to come to a golf tournament. I tell y'all 6 months ahead of time, a golf tournament that's benefiting the Boys and Girls Club and the Salvation Army, and most of our kids that look like us is in those places. And I have to sit and you don't show up and you don't give, you don't do nothing. You get to choose the people that you want in your life, man. I remember when Joe Madison passed, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama called in to pay tribute to him. She took time away from Kamala. This a couple years ago, a year and a half, I forgot. She took time away. She was campaigning when John Joe was campaigning. Yeah, it was a few years back in South Carolina. They had a primary. She left, came. She was out there fighting for your rights to exist. Because that was on the ballot when Biden versus Trump. Which is why we fight so hard. Now it's Kamala versus Trump. And then some of these athletes now, they just relaxed again. I came into this year saying that I'm going so hard in the paint because people should have their minds made up. That's why I talk about this. People should have their minds already made up, but I'm going hard in the paint. You know why? Because Joe Madison was going hard in the paint. And he wasn't, and I'm not an operative for the Democratic Party. Nobody is paying me to go hard in the paint like this. That man was an NAACP chair at some point in Detroit. And I was reading a letter from a man who said that when he was in high school, he was in a high school there in Detroit, and he said, I was wrongfully arrested during an assignment for my economic class back in 1976. He said, that's how long Joe has been doing this. And he said, my teacher, Mr. Rosenberg, put me in touch with Joe Madison, who was head of the Detroit NAACP. This is the kind of influence that we need to have, y'all. He said Mr. Madison was cool, he was sharp, and he was helpful. He got all the charges dropped. Mr. Madison was a G back in the day. This is the kind of power of Kevin Freeman we should be having. Instead of worried about, we worried about where we can get in a damn high school basketball game for free, our discount. And whether or not we're going to go to a nasty gym with a rat this damn big in it and no air. But he cared for people's rights. Rest in power, Uncle Joe, the Black Eagle. This was a loss for all of us, y'all. And I'm trying to get y'all, when I'm talking to y'all, I want y'all to internalize it and say, well, he talking, but what can I do? I had to pay for the prescription to listen to Joe. Y'all don't have to. It's a huge gap since he's been gone. No one person can fill it. But when I came on this show, I just wanted to get in. When I first came in, I just wanted to get in where I fit in. Kevin Freeman can tell you. And what I did, I was like, what is needed? I had to sit back, Sonya. What is needed? Freeman, you remember. I don't know who else on here remember. But I sit back and say, I got to just be myself. I got so much stuff. It's a guy called me one day. He saw the show. He's a connection coach. I used him with several of my clients. And he asked me, he said, dude, this is what changed my whole perspective. In case, Kevin Freeman, you wonder what happened. He said, what is your role on the show? Shit, I didn't know. I said, you know what? I don't know. He said, y'all listen to this. Robert, I know you. I've seen you work in your field. You are an alpha. But you're not acting like it on the show. He said, you're an alpha. You got to bring your alpha attitude instead of just letting these guys dominate the conversation. He said, contention is good. You ain't got to agree with them. He said, you done forgot more than some people have ever even thought about experiencing. Step in and be who you are. I'll never forget it. If people pay him to say that, he did that to me, I accepted that. I think about everybody who come on this show. And listen, and if you called up on his show with nonsense, you were going to get cussed out. And I try not to cuss. I don't cuss. I try. Y'all understand. I try not to cuss y'all. Might feel like it. I just don't want to do that all the time. That ain't me. That just ain't me. That's his ministry. And it was effective for him. He had a curse jar, I told y'all. He put money in it every time he cursed. But his favorite thing, and what I ask y'all, what are you going to do about it? Everybody want me. Robert, what do you think about this? Robert, what are you going to do? Robert can't do it by himself. I need some help. Kamala Harris can't do. What are you going to do about it? Somebody come on yesterday, well, it's some black men and some white women. They ain't going to vote for Kamala. So what? What are you going to do about it? Just make sure you there. His favorite saying, he said, I'm going to put it where the ghosts can get it. When I explain stuff to y'all, I try to bring it down where everybody can get it. Hey, Marquessa. I try to put it where everybody can get this. I never forget. They was telling a story. They tried to bring him into a space, bring it into another radio space, and they would have had to find a black person to hire him. He turned the job down. We ain't got too many people. So I said, what you gonna do? He turned the job down. Hell, you finna fire him to hire me? Hell no. How many of y'all think like that? See, I'm a guy that's been around the world. All I'm trying to do is expand your worldview. That is what's required of us, y'all. Whether we in corporate America, we just one C-suite job, C-suite, corporate suite. Know why there's only just one of y'all there. Be bragging about you just one. If your ass ain't brought nobody else in there, don't be bragging about, man, I can't stand them kind of Negroes. You telling me there's only one of us is talented? See, our problem is we get some guys up there, they don't want you up there. That's why I try to bring everybody in. I want you to come. I want to see all of us walk into a bank and say, look, walk into Kamala Harris's campaign office, but we got to give. We got to do stuff first. But we can't, if enough of us do it, we walk into the mayor's office. We can do it local. We walk into the mayor's office. We walk into the city council's office. And all of us saying, look, man, this is what we want. Just only one of us is talented. We built this country. And matter of fact, the world look the way it is because the power of Africa, where we come from. You telling us only one of us are valuable? Let me be the general manager of the Lakers and watch what happens. I ain't scared. You got to find me. But I'm finna go hide them. I'm hiding. Hold up now. You got to be good now. I'm not finna hire your ass if you're lazy, be late, and shiftless. I'm not hiring you. Y'all, we got to change the conversation. We also have to demand stuff. Instead of, I'm not giving up this check. No, demand it. Do what Roland Martin did. Do what Karen Hunter did. Create your own. You should never be dependent upon any one entity to deliver content, truth, facts, entertainment, goodness. You should never rely on one entity. That's why what I tell y'all, fact check me. Everybody should be sharing this show, telling their friends, y'all, hey, I don't know where the hell you at. You need to get on this Chop Shop right now. Because a lot of us don't do it because they don't want to bring our friends up. My friend told me, man, I ain't letting everybody know. I be winning all the bets, man. What the stuff you be saying? Selfish. We shouldn't be begging for a seat at no table. Listen, we have the tools, we have the weapons to build our own. And I know I'm telling the truth because ain't nobody said nothing. They done got quiet as a church house mouse in this joint. That bothers me. Joe Madison refused to go anywhere by himself. He brought everybody with him. There's no place to run then. No place to hide. When white people tried to play that generation of us against each other, I ain't letting nobody make me turn on Freedman or my Kessler. I'm not letting nobody turn me on. Y'all got to realize, this man who I'm talking about, I'm really talking about him from his spirit, but I'm talking about us. Because he refused it. He went to Sudan. Y'all know South Sudan and all of them. He went to Sudan, a war zone, during genocide. In case you ain't been looking it up, he used his money to bribe people out of bondage. Said, man, how much it cost for me to get him out? How much it cost for me to get her out? How many? Physically brought them, thousands of human beings out of bondage. He went on a hunger strike, 73 days for voting rights, which we still don't have like we should, by the way, and have it codified into law. That's the what's his name? Not the George Floyd. That's the John Lewis Act they messing around and playing around with. Them rotten ass senators. Y'all, he did this while he was sick and had prostate cancer. Putting his life literally on the line. It's our responsibility. It's our duty. It's a bad man, man. Roland Martin told a story that they were all trying to get Nancy Pelosi on the air, but she kept avoiding everybody. Joe Madison goes on the radio show, his show, and say, tell her, because he knows she watches the show, why are you ducking Roland Martin? And guess what happens? Nancy Pelosi's office called Joe Madison, and he gets the interview. He also got the interview with Barack Obama. Y'all, we don't care who got it. Just make sure one of us need to get it. I don't care if they choose another platform. Just make sure one of us get it. I hope y'all got that one. I don't care which summer basketball team this kid play for. Just make sure he play for one of us. Instead of talking about everybody all the time. And there lies a lesson. If they're going to try to duck one of you, all of y'all show up. So they ain't got no places to run and hide. They ain't got no place to run and hide like you run and hide on the Breakfast Club. Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell y'all, I'm trying right now to duplicate myself. Not just on this show, in other aspects of my life. Every single person that has a microphone knows how to ask questions. Most people program to lower the bar. My greatest day would be when somebody call up and say they heard about the Chop Shop from somebody. That's my greatest day. That means that their reach makes my reach so much better. Your reach. That should be the goal. And that standard can't be lowered. Intergenerationally, we have to confront. This society, y'all, we live in is now absolutely committed to dumbing us down for consumer purposes. They want us to be dumb. Joe Madison set a standard, y'all. I'm sorry. We have to continue the standard. That generational standard is being lowered unless you are deliberate. I'm not finna come on my show and talk about Instagram and what I was doing to a woman on an Instagram that was supposedly leaked. Mistake. You ain't no better than Kim Kardashian. You can't say nothing about Kim Kardashian. Joe Madison curated an appetite for me. Y'all, I didn't know I wanted to have all. I started listening to him and I started wanting more. And my taste board, our taste buds has always been distorted all our life. So when I bring you something that you can taste it, it takes time for you to curate this appetite. I know it. Some of y'all get mad at me, y'all at me, but now I'm hollering at you. I'll talk about your comment, bruh. You all right with me? Your comment messed up, though. My young people at the Legacy School of Sports and Sciences. They shouldn't be able to come into this space and duck. You ain't gonna come over here trying to hide from, thinking you can do something, and Alpha Yoda already told you no. No. Me and him together. I told y'all about these people call me. Never forget it. I mean, all in 1 week. Man, we want to do this in Houston. It's gonna be big fab. And we're gonna do the same thing in Memphis. And we're gonna do this. And, you know, they knew the cities that I lived in. We're gonna go to the land. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. I said, okay. I said, you showed me where I benefited, but how do the people benefit? They couldn't tell me. They couldn't tell me. And you know, I told them, y'all ain't got to go home. I'm sorry, I hit that button. I won't be able to do it. 2 days later, a similar meeting. I messed up my day. I was supposed to go play golf that day. Wasting my damn time. They shouldn't be able to come in our space. They try to duck and get around other guys. They try to use me. Oh, Robert, yeah, Robert, how they like that? No, I'm not like them, but you not like us. Kendrick Lamar. So you got to go outside of this ecosystem. Those who rely on keeping us in a certain position, y'all, in the social structure, absolutely is aware of that. See, I'll give y'all this one, then I'm gonna give y'all some support. I got some sports for you. That is why they keep showing up in places that the appetite is hot Cheetos and a Coke appetite. It's a metaphor. To all the people who are pumping out hot Cheetos, I ain't gonna name nobody. Skip. I ain't gonna name nobody. At that point, what is your obligation? Even if you can't resist the shiny thing in the street, which they know you can't, it's still your responsibility to name check all these other people. Thinking about Joe Madison, man. It was the first time in 50 years that an American had a broadcast from Cuba. They allowed him to come in. They didn't let nobody else come in but Joe Madison. What's my angle? What is this angle? Freedom, y'all. I want us to be free to do whatever we want to be. I want us to be free and smart enough like Carrie Patterson. How she just said, look, I'm finna go build a school. I know some people told her not to do it. That's risky. And how many years later, Alpha Yo Visa is in a classroom right now with the students from the Legacy School of Sports and Sciences. I'll never forget it. They got a campus. A coach said something. I saw this coach. He sent a text out. He said, He told the kids, y'all hear him? Y'all hear him? He trying to mess with me. If you ever played for me, this coach sent this tweet out, and life hasn't went as planned, don't be embarrassed. And don't go into hiding. Reach out. Let's get back on track. If you can't come home, where can you go? Where can you go? He said, I don't care how bad it was, how bad it is, and what they said about you. You can always come back to me. Loyalty, a lifetime commitment, a contract from the heart. Keep working. And this coach from Hampton, got to make sure your kids get this. He just blew me away. Feelings. No whining. If you can complain, you can find gratitude. Don't whine about anything. Let me find it. Let me find it. Y'all got to check this out. Alpha, did the kids hear that? Thank you, Sylvia. Alpha, did the kids hear that? I'll send you that, Alpha. And to all my how many basketball players you got in your class? How many basketball people we got on this feed? Because I want to, I just want to, I saw something. And somebody sent it to me. People are always sending me stuff. So I have to take a look at it. That is movie. This boy Gilbert Arenas, who ain't never won nothing in his life but the NBA lottery. He said, you could have 20, wait a minute. If I'm guarding you, you can have 0 points and 20 assists. To me, I stopped the F out of you. You didn't score. Did the kids hear it? Let's make sure the kids heard it, because I want them to hear this too. Gilbert Arenas said, we got to watch who we listen to. He said, I can play, I go play Thaddeus Moody. Thaddeus Moody, long as I hope, Thaddeus Moody ain't got no points, but he got 20 assists. To me, he says, I stopped you. I stopped the F out of you because you didn't score. And Brandon Jennings came and said, wait. No, you didn't. 20 assists is 40 points. That's dominating the game. Really, 20 assists could be 40 to 60 points. Because if I pass it to you the ball for a 3, it could be 26. It could be 40 or 60. Because if I pass it to you 20 assists on all threes, that's 60 points. But that's how these guys thinking. And Isaiah Thomas, the real Isaiah Thomas, Isaiah Lord Thomas, the championship winning Isaiah Thomas, he said, young players, he said, listen. He said, y'all listen to these people on here. They're talking about winning team basketball. Playing only for yourself will get you cut from most teams. And yes, Mr. Arenas, respect, that assist counts on your head and your teammates' head. Because he talking about, man, if I didn't D him up and he didn't pass the ball away, that's on somebody else. Well, then why ain't you deflected the ball? Why ain't you deflected the ball? Hold up, y'all. Why have you deflected the ball? What's up, Jimmy? Come on in. You right on time.
What you got? What I missed? Going on, peoples? Yeah, man. I happy baby Friday to everybody on the Chop Shop, you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a couple of days. Been busy getting everything together for the girls Super 16 extravaganza, which take place this weekend over at C King High School. So that's I'm excited about this thing, man. I mean, really am. You know, I've I've had this project in the freezer for a number of years, and I say 1 year, get to the point where I throw it out and put it in the pot. And here we are. We got 16 of the top girls high school teams in the area, and they're going to battle it out to help, for bragging rights going into the regular season. This is quite earlier than the boys Super 16 because uh, it's a month earlier, So therefore, it's a lot of these teams will engage in other fall ball events afterwards. So I'm engaged. I'm thinking about it over the next you know few weeks. I'll determine and pick a few brains and see if we'll keep it on this weekend or we'll move the girls next year into the same under the same weekend or possibly under the same roof with the boys in 2025. That way it'll be that much more massive. So I'm just thinking about all type of stuff. That's what we're doing as we go and transcend into this new basketball sector of running events, as you guys know. And so in doing so, want to make sure that people understood, what it is and what we do and what it don't do. And that means in the efforts of giving, in the in the scene of giving more towards running and operating events, that means you get less of me and don't expect for me to be in the gym evaluating your babies. You don't expect Hal Pastner to be in the gym evaluating babies. You don't expect Brian Jolivet to be in the gym evaluating your babies. You don't expect Terrell Henderson to be in the gym evaluating your babies. Rodney Wynn, you don't expect him to be in there evaluating your babies. Yet they run events bi-weekly all of the time and by staying out of the way. So that's the street that I'm trying to drive down and as I uh, cruise on past 55 into the 56th year of existence on this planet. Done enough, been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Now it's time to move. That means it's time to go and move on. So that's what I'm doing. So when you got to saying, well, Hicks ain't got my baby rank. Hicks ain't ranking your baby. We gave you guys a whole year warning about that. Somehow, some of you people may have thought that it was a joke or was joking or that I needed you guys the scene to do so in order to be successful. That's not the issue. Rankings was a portion of things that I did for you, just a fragment of the stuff. So now we can go and direct more energies towards other things and other actors. That way now the people that want to go and pay for this and pay for that and pay a la carte for the promotions and marketing of your babies, guess what? That part I realize is here to stay. That ain't going back. We've gave opportunities, kept events low, try to keep prices down. That didn't matter. You guys have proven that. Many people have proven that. People going to there. People. It's a book out there. People buy you. So that means people that like it, they're gonna go. They would complain afterwards, but they still would go and pay. If it was $40, $50 to get into an event, they would pay it if they want to be in there. Then they would complain under their breath afterwards. So that's not, you know, that's neither here or there. thing is, want to just let you guys know, and so you understand what you will expect. The relationships, and what you should understand, the relationships that I have uh, accrued over the past 24 to 25 years has multiplied in regards to reinforcements, meaning that a lot of college coaches, when I started in this business, were the fourth assistants, the operations guys. Some were even team managers. A lot of these guys are head coaches now, and those relationships, because throughout the track and over test of time, a lot of those coaches I've helped to either save them money or put them in a position to whereas it was advantageous to earn themselves money, meaning by way of getting prospects and securing, helping them save time and money towards closing the deal. I've done that. Those coaches know that. I didn't work for a tariff or a fee from those coaches. They all paid a subscription, but I did not go on a regular. That wasn't my regular thing. I help guys genuinely. So a lot of guys know that. And guess what? They're there. So what I do now, um, I guess in the effort, this year, give you guys what's going on, Alfio. I see you and Sonia Billingsley. I see you guys on there. Can you guys share the show? If you haven't done so, it would be great if you shared the show real quick to your timelines, to your pages, your store. You guys that's over on YouTube right now, can you give us a thumbs up on that page as well? Now, but was just telling you guys who just tuned in, just letting you guys know in regards to RCS Sports. We're hosting the girls Super 16 this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at CE King High School. The schedule is posted on the front of RCS Sports. The schedule is also posted on the RCS Sports app. We have the rules posted. It'll be 4 quarters instead of 2 halves. We try to make this thing simulate the regular season as much as possible. Going to be medical trainer on staff, uniformed police officers on staff, safe environment. This thing is going to be great. This is going to be a must stop, just as it is for most of the boys' teams, for those on the girls' side in years to come. I promise you that. This is going to be the winning team on the girls. We're giving them a $500 donation right on the spot for their program. Second place will get $250 donation right on the spot. We have the majority of the projected top teams in the area participating. You can't get them. You're not gonna get them all the first run, but once the word starts to circulate, I can promise you that this thing is going to be great. And that's a way, and this is an avenue into the girls sector. As you guys know, we're hosting the Girls Kickoff Classic November the 2nd at Delmar Fieldhouse. We have Duncanville coming to town, DeSoto coming to town. We have Cy Springs, Summer Creek, Shadow Creek, all these girls teams that's going to be on display on this afternoon of great girls basketball. It's going to actually tip off the season. That's why we call it the Kickoff Classic. So you guys, different things that we have coming, and there aren't many events that's in this part of in this state, in this part of the country, that scholastic events that are operated in the girls sector by black men. There ain't many of them. Primary, exclusive girls events. So this is an avenue to go, to want to go and a challenge, not necessarily a challenge, but a new endeavor that I want to incorporate into the RCS sports doing so. We but I mentioned earlier about the relationships to the college coaches. What I mentioned that for was to let you guys know that those relationships are still there in many cases. So therefore, my ability to help expedite some of the recruitments of some of your babies it's probably never been more valuable because now it's easier or it could be easier because I wouldn't be overly critical. If I'm not watching your baby once every month, once every week, or even all the time, then I'm not going to notice a lot of the things, a lot of his deficiencies. So that's a good sign for you guys. It's almost, think about it. It could be good, but at the same time, once again, can help you guys out and will be available to help you guys out. But closed mouths can't get fed. So as we take a deep breath and engage ourselves into this upcoming season, do understand when you start asking, what are you gonna rank? What Jim Hicks or RCS Sports gonna rank my baby? RCS Sports does not do player rankings anymore. So that means now, or what do you want to do? Well, I plan to, as I said it a year ago, or earlier this year, we plan to put players in a range. To me, that's more important and it's more accurate than a rank. A range is less criticizable than a rank. And you think of it, just say, what if you went to one of the national rankings pages, that's out there, the ESPNs or the uh, on 3 or whatever they call .com, and you just get they have 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars. Well, those are ranges of identification that are used with, and if you just put your hand or deleted the column that had the rank on it and use the stars, you can pretty much get a gauge of how good some of these guys could be. Now, the problem is when you get 5-star is the highest that they give generally in that respect. But there are some 5 stars that could be a 6-star if they gave 6 stars. Now, those will stick out like sore thumbs. For those individuals, you let the college coaches don't need your help identifying a 6-star. Those are pretty much semi-anointing experiences that a coach would see when they evaluating these kids or even hear about it. They don't need your help about a kid that's projected to be possibly that special. So the range, if you're in the right range, that's the objective. By the time that a player is in the summer of his 11th grade season, after the summer after his 11th grade season, to identify them in the proper range. In the 10th grade season, the objective would be to put them as closely as possible because ranges can change as skill sets do. Just like some kids get better. The evaluation is different, but the range is the same. So that means if you're it's going to be hard for a guy that's put like this. If you got a top and the range is 1 through 10, now it's no pressure at number 10 and number 9, number 8, number 7 on up being pissed off because they ain't number 1. You see the difference now? You're all on this front row. You've been to a concert before. You've gotten tickets. A lot of you guys been seated somewhere on the front row. Not many people ask you what seat you have on the front row. You're going to tell somebody, I got tickets to the show. I got front row seats. Think when the last time somebody told you I got front row seat number 7 and 8? It don't even matter, man. I'm on the front row. I'm on the front row. That's the range. Some people get floor seats. They'll say, yo, guess what? Man, I got flow seats to the concert, man, coming up, man. You want to roll? Got flow seats. You're not gonna ask where about on the flow. That's not your first reaction. It's like, all right, cool. Backstage passes. Versus I got backstage passes. One thing about a backstage pass that people don't care about, that they care about any other seat in the building, backstage passes, people would take it in a heartbeat and sacrifice, knowing, some cases, small cases, they may be unknowing. You'll learn soon. Backstage passes ain't no seats. You got to stand up the entire gig. You got no seats. It's backstage pass. You can go sit down, find you somewhere to sit down. If you get back there and get to talking and getting somebody's suite, then you can have a seat. But you don't know them people yet. Security or usher in front of every door backstage. But think about it. You got backstage passes. Now, some people have backstage passes, can also have a seat as well. It's not but I'm just giving the scope. There are some that get one and all access. There's no seat that come with that. You get in where you fit in. So now that's a range of a person. You can identify them. If you're walking up and a person has a backstage pass on there or all access pass around their neck, you look at them immediately, you think, don't even know the person. Oh, I know what, he must be connected to somebody. Especially if he has a suit on. Now, if he's got on jeans and gloves and look like he's going with a uniform, like he's going to work with a backstage pass, he might be part of the stage help. It's little bitty things like that. So, hopefully, this will influence others to go and abandon the rank part, because I listen to these guys. A lot of guys do the rankings, and they all get it. You beat them up, parents tear them up, email them to death, DM them to death. They get called. They get called out their names in other conversations behind their back, and so then their people come right back in their face on the weekends and smile like ain't nothing happened. It don't have to be like that. The objective those people want is the exposure. Speaking of exposure, to warn you guys, told you guys before, there's not many cities that are hotter than Houston. DFW, of course, they are king right now in comparison to major metropolitan areas in the United States. They are king right now. But think about this. Many coaches that come from the East Coast or the West Coast or up north, if they're saying, I'm going to go to Dallas, I got to go into Dallas, most of them right now are bundling that trip with Houston, since it's an hour flight away. And so that means, and most people that are coming into Houston, coaches that have the budgets, are bundling Houston with Dallas when they're leaving. They leave here, they're going to Dallas. They got to go to DFW. Unless it's a home visit or something like that, then you got to get back to your program. But that's what's happening right now. So the entire state, and I'm sorry, and I skipped over the ASAC area, San Antonio, Austin, San Antonio, Killeen. They're bundling 2 cities and 3 cities or any combination of those together now. The smart college coaches, that is. And it's being beneficial because it's saving them money. It's saving them plenty of money. And and saving them more so saving time. Saving them a bunch of time that they would have had, it would have spent otherwise. So this is what guys I explained to you guys last week or 2 weeks ago, and I encourage you and I invited you guys to go and think about when you know that schools are coming in town. Talk with some of the parents or some of the players that your sons or daughters played with in the grassroots season. If you speak with them, ask them what's their situation looking like. Is college coaches coming in to see them? There may have been one of those coaches that may have called you. It might have been hot on your babies 2-3 months ago, and you haven't heard from them. Well, guess what? If they're sneaking into Houston and you ain't heard from them, that's a red. That tells you what you need to know. That tells you exactly what you need to know. But if you're not communicating, then you end up claiming that a school has an offer on the table for you, and they really don't. It's expired, like a coupon. That's the thing you guys got to think about. That's the thing. But you have the power, you guys, to spread the word. And I understand how it may feel for so many parents to make people believe that they're so empowered, that they got it all, they know it all. Let me tell you something, guys. This stuff, this recruiting stuff, it ain't no joke. I've had NBA players, former Hall of Famers, that looked me in the eyes, swore up and down, oh, my son good, he taken care of. You ain't got to worry about him. Yeah, you ain't got him ranked that high, but you ain't got to worry about him. He's going to play, he got scholarships. Then once that stuff roll around, you look and check, he's going to this school or that school, walk on. Okay? Which, guess what? But walk on is one thing, ain't bad, but it ain't a scholarship. But when it come down to the season, DNPs. Then it's like, oh, then you look around, transfer. Then you look around, they ain't playing no more. So, and I'm talking about at least a half dozen NBA guys that I know that's fit that description in the past 10 years. 4 or 5 of those 6 I just said live in Houston. If all of the resources that they have, and it still didn't benefit, or the blueprint didn't get ran or operated as prescribed, you think you can, it can't happen to you? Think it can't happen to you? Come on, man. Come on. So that's in regard to that part, just want to, this stuff, just don't play around with it, guys. Don't play around with it. Communicate with each other if you can. Y'all galvanize your thoughts. Let a coach, if one coach is recruiting both of y'all babies, and they might be telling one of y'all one thing and or telling both of y'all the same thing. Guess what? If y'all communicating, y'all can catch that coach in a lie. I've spoken with the coaches. They know that the odds of that happening are little to none. So that's why you guys got to go and you communicate. That way you can educate. Communicate, educate each other. As you communicate and educate each other, then guess what? A lot of things become more clearer. A lot of things become more transparent. It becomes easier, less headaches. And guess what? The bigger picture is, I'm looking around, more and more these young guys are using their college degrees. That's the ultimate key to get you back into society in many cases, for those that aren't innovative enough to be a small business owner. Some people have to go and integrate themselves back into the community, and as a result, by means of, let's say, being a school teacher or middle school or high school coach. There's a growing number. I'm seeing these young guys all over the place. I'm liking that. I'm liking it. I was and shout out to the family of Byron Coley from North Shore High School. The funeral was on this past Saturday. I went out there fellowship with the family, even after the funeral was over, after the repast, went out to the house. And one thing about it, I saw a young man that played North Shore High School a few years ago, that when they went to state, Keeman Capers, his name was, about 6'5". I said, man, I ain't sorry. Look, you guys are old enough. Man, you make me feel old. I said, what's going on, Keeper? What are you doing right now? He said, I'm a school teacher. I teach it. Where? At North Shore. You went back, you got a job at your old school. How less than 10 years after graduating. How cool can that be? As a young man. He said, yeah, and I'm going to be helping out coaching with the basketball team as well. Awesome feeling. Awesome feeling. And you look at so many of these guys, he's just one of many, one of dozens that young guys that have found a way to go and help these young men that are coming up to shoot. Each one teach one. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to them as well. What else we got? What we got on the pit? Can't hear you.
I said, go and do your thing. You're doing good. Go and do your thing. I done talked for an hour and 30 minutes, so I'm gonna let you have it.
What topic you ain't talking about?
I ain't talking about nothing you to talk about. You ain't gonna talk about nothing I can talk about. I promise. Just keep on going.
So
I don't even remember. I'm serious. I don't remember.
Of course, tonight NFL resumes tonight.
You're right. I didn't talk about that. Show that's a good one. Start there.
Buffalo is visiting Miami, and of course, all eyes are on Miami because they've been, unfortunately, in the news, albeit been in the news so much that some people forgot and didn't even realize they won the ball game this past Sunday. But they hosting Buffalo, Miami that is, and this is a chance. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not really sold on Tua as a quarterback and the way he throws the ball, throws it too nonchalantly. But this team, based on what happened last week and the manner for which they came back and won the game, they have a lot of motivation right now. When you have a team that's galvanized and they have a motive, you better look out. I wouldn't be surprised if they went out there and mollywop Buffalo tonight. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, we got running back is from H-Town. We got one of the wide receivers from H-Town. That's of course Ashawn from Thurgood Marshall High School, and also he was on the track team that won state. Then you have Jalen Waddle from Episcopal High School, and they I don't think they won state when he was there. They didn't win state. They had Big Marvin. No, it was after Big Marvin. Marvin was before him. They might have played together, him and Big Marvin. Maybe so. I think so.
Yeah, Big Marvin. Yeah.
Big Marvin went to Florida State in football.
Where is Big Marvin? He ain't in the league, is it?
I don't know. I think he had got a cup of coffee in there.
What his last name? Marvin what?
Wilson.
I don't remember him.
Marvin Wilson. And so that's but that's anyway. That game is tonight, of course, 7:15 Central Time. Buffalo, Miami. Other games for this weekend on Sunday. Looking at the game that I would be. Of course, the Texans is Sunday night. They're prime time. Shout out to that. Chicago Bears are coming to town with their young quarterback and that team, and they're feeling good about themselves. Got them an opening day win. It's about to get real for Chicago Bears right now, because once again, the Texans did not play a smoothly positive game last week, especially defense.
Oh my God! Number
at
14
secondary.
paying a new one on.
I mean, it's just like man, it's almost like I felt the Texans went into last week's game with a cockiness that almost bit them in the butt. And because I was wondering, I'm saying, man, I'm watching. You got people not only feeling, they had a right to feel good about the team because it was a feel good story last year. This was not a rebuilding year after year rebuilding project. This was a one hitter quitter. It could have been for last year, but however they improved in the receiver category, in the running backs category, and they were reinforced and so some people said go Super Bowl with this team. Like what? Super Bowl. So and it was almost like everybody's picking them in their top 4 teams, top 3 teams. I get it. But I'm wondering if it was a setup.
It's first game, man. First
No,
game.
I'm talking about preseason. I'm talking about going into the season, the people predictions, Super Bowl.
No, but I'm just talking about
AFC
it's the first game. It's the first game. If they don't get that cleaned up with number 20, that safety, he just letting too many people get behind him. He just let they running past him. He got a head start, and the dude just running past him and closed on. I said, I just didn't understand. He was taking bad angles all day long, and I just said, what? This don't seem like a team that D'Amico and them defensive linemen got to get. If this dude gonna keep getting hit like this, I mean getting tore up like this, the defensive lineman got to get to the quarterback just 1 second quicker. But let me tell you something. That boy Richardson, for the coach, he gonna do some more people like that this weekend.
I hope so. I'm rooting for him.
Me
I'm
too.
rooting for him. I'm rooting for him. And you know, just that he just got to, you know, he's right there. He's right there. Now, you mentioned about the Texans. This veteran offensive lineman. What's the veteran name? The vet.
Oh, you talking about Tyus Howard or
No.
Tunstall? Who they got? I ain't been keeping up with the Texans this year.
The veteran, he got 2 or 3 penalties for false starting, and he's too old for that.
You know what? A lot of teams been getting that done this year for some reason.
Yeah, but he's a veteran. He's probably the most. He's been with what's the guy's name?
I didn't watch it. You know, I couldn't see it out here on the West Coast. They wouldn't. I couldn't see it, so I didn't see the game. So I saw highlights. You know, the round the horn. But Tunstall. I said Tunstall. That's the
Tunstall.
one who got, yeah.
Tunstall. I
Okay.
thought you said Thompson or something. Tunstall.
Okay.
Yeah, Tunstall. That's it. Sorry about that. There you go. Yeah, Tunstall. He's too. See, let me tell you something. Understand? I'm not.
That's the one who had the bone. That's the one who had the bone mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's the deal, Adam. If I'm on the opposite side of you, and you think about it, it's very rare that the offensive linemen jump. That's rare. And they do it, gonna get a flag thrown against them. It's rare. But so that means if you jump repeatedly, that lets me know that could be a sign that the guy in front of you is wearing your ass out.
Oh, of course, whoever that dude was.
I need to jump to get a head start on this dude because he's getting somewhere that I can't prevent him from getting to. So I need to jump. That's what it led me believe about Tunstall. And so that could be a sign going against the Bears this weekend. We got to pay attention to Tunstall because if he jumps again once or twice, hell, even once, it might be time to keep an eye on him. He might have met it on the other side of his climax of his career because we might need to get something. We got to get some help. We can't have that. We can't have a quarterback starting 1st and 15, 2nd and 15. We can't. I love the running back situation, though. I feel good about this running back. Hell, that ball can get the ball 20 times Sunday. Bears, y'all going to have your work cut out for you. This ain't Colorado you watching. We got running backs with the Texans. that are being utilized. So that's going to be fun. I don't like the Monday night football game. Atlanta at Philly.
I do. Shit.
What the Dirty Birds going to do? What about the Dirt now? Their Cousins is quarterbacking. That ain't no fun. Now the young boy quarterbacking. Then I'm
Cousin
liking
gonna
that
be
game.
all right. Everybody be going crazy. Cousin gonna be all right. See, y'all, I just don't. That's why I don't go too crazy over one game. I just don't go too crazy over the first game. I got to give you 5 games. That's gonna tell me what you can play. I got to have 5 games. Then the one game hit one, because it's some guys who won last week. There's a lot of them guys gonna lose this week.
Oh,
remember
absolutely.
I told you. It's a lot of guys.
At the same time, 3 of anything invites change. 3 of anything in a row. Let a quarterback have 3 bad games in a row, three losses in a row. It's going to invite change. Not going to say change going to happen, but it's going to invite it. Not to mean change going to come, but it's going to invite change. 3 of anything. If you think about what I'm saying, I'm putting it in perspective. If you're in the basketball, many of you guys basketball coaches, 3 turnovers. What you going to do? You're going to sub that guy at the game. 3 missed shots. You're going to sub him out the game. A guy get 3 dunks on you in a row. You calling timeout. You say 2. You don't need 3 of them.
2 of them you got to come over here. We got to talk. That's all. Come here, Pimp. Come, because something your ass ain't seen. Come here. Let me holler at you. And yeah, just to give you, cause you missed that third one, you gonna be all down. I don't want you to miss that third one. You won't even be able to recover for the rest of the game. But no, it's Saints and Cowboys.
I like that. I like that game.
I'm saying for the Cowboys. See, both of them. One of them gonna lose.
I like that game based on the fact that the Saints put up almost 50 points last week and could have put up 50 easy. They pretty much just.
Hey man, they wrong for that stuff out there they doing in North Carolina. Them Carolina Panthers, man, they wrong for that, man. That new owner come down there and talking all that, man, he wrong for that. That little Bryce Young looked like he can't outplay Kevin Frazier.
Another game I like on Sunday, NFL we're talking right now. I like Cincinnati at Kansas City. I like that for the 3:00 game.
Cincinnati gonna get their head toe off the frame. Messing with that Worthy dude. Worthy is Worthy. I don't like Texas players, but I like Worthy.
Yeah, let's think about it. You got New Orleans and Dallas. That's the 12:00 game, not the 3:00 slot. That's the.
I ain't no telling what they gonna give me down out here, man. And I ain't gonna tell you. Man.
Look,
I'm
man,
on the West Coast.
Go roll over there through. They got one of them barbershops.
No, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't trying to get no. I ain't cheating. Dude. I ain't doing none of that. Guess what? I'm gonna watch it because I got the NFL like around the horn, the NFL thing that they show me every game. I'll do that. I don't watch no whole game. No way. I can't sit up and watch a whole game. I have to watch different games. I'll be clicking channels anyway. But no, I'm not getting no damn 5 stick. No sir. Hey, it ain't that important to me because I ain't gonna watch the whole game. I'm up and fell asleep at some point in the game anyway. I'm gonna give me that. Yeah.
5 sticks are not illegal.
I just don't want no 5 sticks.
What you can put on some 5 sticks maybe, but 5 sticks aren't illegal.
No, I'm not messing with that.
I want to make sure I clarify that. No. That's. But these, like I say, these are good games as far as NFL that are intriguing to me. Frisco and Minnesota is an option on that Sunday noon slot. I like that matchup as well. That's a good one right there. Minnesota and Frisco.
Sam Donald, he played good last week.
Oh yeah.
I want to see the Raiders, but in my Ravens. That's my.
They were
I love both
awful
of them.
last week. What are you talking about?
Who?
The Raiders. Oh, you say Ravens?
Ravens and the Raiders playing each other.
Oh, I'm saying you want to see the Raiders.
They want to see the Raiders? What you mean awful?
The Raiders were awful last week.
Awful? Wait, what was the scope? They just made a lot of mistakes. What? I mean, what? Hold
I don't
up.
have a score in front of him. I know. Let me see. I can tell
I'm
you the
finna
score
bring
by
it up
looking at the
right now.
standings. Looking at the standings,
You tell me they were awful?
22-10.
That wasn't awful. Oh, they touchdown away from being in the game. Yeah, because I saw them at one point. They was in that game. They lost the game at the end, Jimmy. Jimmy, that thing was neck and neck for a long. It was, they scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. The Chargers.
So,
Yeah, that's why I said they weren't awful. No, they weren't awful. When you can hold the Chargers to 22 points, your ass done good. Now you got to score. New coach too, Antonio Pierce. I hate that he did that. Oh, he don't mess with me on Sunday. Ricky talking about my grandson. He don't mess with me on Sunday. He know I go to church, and then I come back in there. He don't mess with me on Sunday.
I know one thing you can keep your eye on. Or washcloth. If he can't get it done against Jacksonville,
Jim, I already heard it. I already heard the inside. Yeah, dude, you ain't got to worry about it. They trying to figure out how to get out of this contract. Because they can't pay it. They ain't finna get him no $200 million more dollars. They ain't finna do it. Them new Tony Busby, did you see the new allegations against him?
I heard about him.
He just got some fresh new ones. And then Tony Busby said, I got a video.
Yeah, I saw it on the screen.
All I'm telling you, Jimmy.
He claimed he got a video. And
Jim Haslam, if this stuff plays out, Jimmy, they can rescind that boy's contract, man.
If they do that, he's in big trouble.
Oh, dude, all you got to do is go look at his social media in the summer. I ain't seen any work. I ain't seen him work out with nobody. He been on every trip, Dubai, the boot, the break, the block, every trip in the world. That man been around this world. I ain't seen not one throw. Jimmy, the private planing his ass off this summer. Jimmy, I didn't see not one workout guy with him. And he might have been there.
He said his shoulder was hurt, man.
Okay. Jim, that cheap ass Jim Haslam gonna say, man, I gotta figure out how to get this bread back. Yeah.
So got HBCU news.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, shout out to Dwyla Fisher coming out with a new book. I think I got the message from TSU. She's
I saw that. I
don't
know her.
This lady. Yeah, she used to be the volleyball coach over at TSU.
Oh, Miss Dr. Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was there when I was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she has a book coming out, which is great. So I don't have the info in front of me.
I saw it. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find it for you. Hold up, I saw it.
Speaking of HBCU, well, do you realize that of all of the HBCUs in the country, that Texas Southern is ranked in the top 10? Not ranked, it dwells in the top 10 in 2024 athletic revenue.
Yes.
How about that for the school? Think about that. TSU.
Shout out to Kevin Granger.
With no stadium, no football stadium on campus.
Absolutely.
They are ranked in the top 10 in the nation in athletic revenue for 2024. $13.3 million. Prairie View is roughly $1 million ahead of TSU. Prairie View is at $14.3 million. Number one, respectively, Southern, they roll deep. Guess what? $18.1 million.
Oh, Southern, them people. But they got what you said. They got their campus on stadium. They got the stadium on campus. They got the stadium on campus. Yes.
And understand something. If I name you the top 5, they all got something in common.
Okay.
So, North Carolina A&T, Delaware State, Norfolk State, and then you throw Tennessee State, and then
Right,
Alabama State in Prairie View,
Mhm.
right? Well, what city is North Carolina A&T? What city is Delaware State?
It only thing happening in
Norfolk.
it. Only thing happening in their city.
There you go. They the only show in town, except now, of course, Southern got LSU, respectively. But in that city, if you
Southern is the only thing in town in that city
for
on
you
that
for the
side.
urban
Yeah.
community,
Yeah.
that's the only show in town. That's the only thing going
Yeah.
on.
That's a good point.
TSU got to play. TSU is going up against a lot of things that the urban community have options to be at.
Yes. Yes. That's a good point.
So
Tennessee
you have to
State.
think about that. That is great. 13 mil and going.
That's a testament to that staff over there, Jimmy. Because if they wasn't doing it, you'd talk about the staff. So when they are doing it, you got to shout out to the AD and the president over there. They doing their thing, man. Because they making the right deals and making the right situations to be able to generate this revenue. That support staff over there getting them season tickets. Them season ticket people they was rolling last year, man. I'm gonna tell you, y'all ain't been to a TSU game, football game. Them things off the chain. I'm just telling you. I'll never forget that Jackson State game. I'll never forget that game. But that's good, man. I'm proud of TSU, man. Let's get out of here though. I gotta go.
Yeah. What's the college game to see this weekend?
I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know. I don't know. Let me look at my car. Football, man.
Before we get up out of here, where we need to watch?
Nope. You know what? LSU, South Carolina just gonna always. South Carolina got a freshman, edge rusher. He gonna be in the backfield all day. Arkansas, really? Michigan, nah.
That ain't.
Ain't bad. I'm just telling you. Notre Dame got to beat the hell out of Purdue because they let them.
I like that game right there.
They got to beat the hell out.
Who does Nebraska got? Nebraska got a trap game coming, I think, right? I want to see how Nebraska.
Northern.
But that team is a good. That team is a pretty.
Yeah, they 2-0. They 2-0.
Second level team. Yeah. That team is not. So I'm curious to see if they do. Colorado has Colorado State, which that's a game that they better win. You better beat Colorado State going into because coming out there you got to merge with that Big 12, and everybody waiting to do you like the people did.
Big 12 ain't that tough.
Yeah, but what they do is
football ain't that tough though.
It's not that tough, but in comparison to Colorado and their linemen. Their linemen at most of these other schools in the Big 12 is going to be equal
and TSU and Houston in the Big 12. Well, how big they linemen?
But they don't play U of H this year.
But I'm just saying.
They don't play them this year.
But they in the Big 12. Just because you're in the Big 12 don't mean you got no big linemen. Now, if you're in the SEC, that's a big difference. That's a big difference. I ain't been checking it out. I'm finna watch the linemen. I ain't heard nobody talk about the linemen. And I ain't seen too many linemen go first round from the Big 12. I mean, from the Big 12.
Oh, you know what? One game that's intriguing. Friday night.
Who?
Arizona and Kansas State. Friday night matchup. Any guys on the make sure of your high school showdowns this weekend. Post it on there. Let us know about that. We know what high school game is the game. It's the game going into this weekend in whatever city you're in. But if we get ready to land this plane, man, get up out of here. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the Chop Shop on this Baby Friday. We won't forget, as I mentioned earlier in the show, in the last hour that is now, technically, this Saturday and Sunday, the inaugural Girls Super 16 Extravaganza. Girls basketball, 16 of the top high school team projected teams out of Greater Houston under one roof at C.E. King High School. They'll be going at it to help determine the fall high school champion. It's going to be off the chain. Admission is only $10. And this is one of those things that I always ask you guys. I heard people complaining after an event last week, and I explain you, and I tell you guys over and over. It's simple. Parents, get on the coach. The coach is your city council person. He's your representative. Get on the coach and ask him how much to find out how much the entry fees are going to be. You got to start doing this in high school now, in fall ball now. Find out what the entry fees are before you make the financial commitment to that event. Ask them what they're charging. And so, and that way it'll save you guys time. But anyway, we're going to save you more time because we're going to give you an extra minute. We're going to get the hell up out of here. Shadow Show on your way out the door. Oh, North Shore in Westfield. Thanks, Ricky Scott. We'll check that one. I'll keep my eyes on that one. That'll be a good one. But I'm riding with the east side on that one right there all day long. See you guys on Monday. We up out of here. Peace. So I see you, Michael Smith, my man. Icy Mike in the house, baby. Chop Shop. We gone.
Icy.
Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.